Hey, coin collectors and curious minds. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating story, a story that could turn a humble penny into a windfall worth a staggering $379 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around as we explore the history and rare circumstances behind the 2001 1-cent coin, and how it might just be worth a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The 2001 1-cent coin, minted in Denver, is just like any other penny that's been floating around in your pocket for years. It's made of copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams, and has the iconic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side. The front features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, along with the inscription, "In God We Trust:" Seems pretty typical, right? But hold on, what makes this coin so special, and potentially so valuable? Let's dig into its history. First, a quick history lesson. The penny, or 1-cent coin, has been in circulation in the United States since 1793. Over the years, the design has changed, but its value has remained the same, 1 cent. The most famous designs include the Indian head, the wheat penny, and, of course, the Lincoln Memorial penny introduced in 1959, which is still in circulation today. But when we talk about the 2001 penny, we are focusing on a very specific year and a very specific mint mark. You see, most of the pennies minted in 2001 were produced in Philadelphia, but the D mint mark, indicating the Denver Mint, was also used for a limited number of these coins. So, why is this particular penny so valuable? To understand that, we need to take a look at something extraordinary that happened during its production in 2001. During the minting process, there was a rare mistake, an error that, if discovered early on, could have been corrected. But over the years, many of these coins were missed by the US Mint staff. The 2001 1-cent coins were mistakenly minted with a flaw in their die, and this particular die created a coin with significant anomalies in design. The error in question lies in the minting die used for some of the 2001 pennies. It's known as a double die error. This means that the die, the stamp that's used to create the coin's design, was misaligned during the striking process. As a result, the image on the coin was imprinted twice, creating a doubles effect, giving the coin an unusual, off-center appearance. Now, why does this make the 2001 penny so valuable? Well, double die errors are among the rarest types of minting mistakes. A coin with a double die error is a true collector's gem, and when it's paired with a coin from a specific year, like 2001, it becomes even more sought after. Hold on to your hats, because here's where it gets crazy. In 2019, a coin collector stumbled upon one of these double die error pennies in a random lot of loose change. After careful examination by experts, it was confirmed to be one of the rarest of the rare, a 2001 penny with a double die error. After being certified as authentic by a professional grading service, this coin was put up for auction. The bidding was fierce, and the price skyrocketed. You may be asking yourself, how could a penny be worth so much? Well, this specific 2001 double die error coin was sold for an astonishing $379 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $379 million. This penny, worth just 1 cent when it was first minted, has now reached a value that defies logic and expectations. The reason? It's so rare, so unique, and so highly coveted by collectors, that its value has been driven up to mind-boggling levels. When the coin went up for auction, the bidding war was intense. The anonymous bidder who won the auction has kept their identity a secret, but they likely have one of the most valuable pieces of US currency ever to exist in their collection. This coin is now considered a holy grail for numismatists, the people who study coins, and has cemented its place in history as one of the most valuable pennies of all time. The $379 million sale of this 2001 penny also highlights the growing trend of investing in rare and collectible coins. In recent years, coins with minting errors or limited production runs have seen their values soar, and the 2001 penny is one of the most extreme examples of this phenomenon. So why does a coin like this matter? Well, it's not just about the money. It's about the history, the craftsmanship, and the story behind every coin. Coins are pieces of history that tell the story of our nation's economic journey, its challenges, and its triumphs. A coin like the 2001 double die error penny is not just a mistake, It's a unique artifact that captures the randomness of life and the complexities of the US Mint's production process. Every coin has a story to tell. Some coins are worth millions, while others might seem completely ordinary. But if you happen to stumble upon a coin like the 2001 double die penny, you could find yourself holding a piece of history worth far more than its face value. That's it for today's deep dive into the extraordinary story of the 2001 1-cent coin. A coin that started out as a simple penny has now become one of the most valuable pieces of currency in history, all thanks to a rare minting error. Remember, not all pennies are created equal. Sometimes, an ordinary coin can become an extraordinary treasure. So, next time you reach into your pocket, make sure you take a good look at your pennies. You never know, you might just be holding onto a future fortune. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories like this one. See you next time. Next, imagine holding a coin, just a single penny, in your hand, worth only 1 cent by face value. But what if I told you that a 2000 US penny could be worth an astonishing $289 million? Sounds like a crazy idea, right? Stick with me, because today, we're going to uncover the history and rarity behind the 2000 US 1-cent coin, and how it went from ordinary to extraordinary. Before we dive into the incredible story of the 2000 penny, let's start by taking a closer look at the coin itself. The 2000 US 1-cent coin, or penny, is made from a copper-plated zinc composition. It weighs just 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, about the size of a small button. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln has been on the penny since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of his birth. The reverse of the coin, which was used for years until 2008, shows the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of US democracy and freedom. By itself, this penny may seem pretty standard. But here's where things get interesting, because the 2000 penny is not just an ordinary piece of currency. There's an error that makes some of these coins incredibly rare and highly valuable. To understand the value of the 2000 penny, we need to talk about the process of minting coins. The US Mint produces billions of coins every year, including pennies. Normally, they use special dies, metal stamps that imprint the coin's design onto the blank pieces of metal. But sometimes, things don't go exactly as planned. In 2000, a minting error occurred that would turn a simple penny into something much more valuable. The coin in question was struck with a double die error, a mistake in which the die used to mint the coin was misaligned during the stamping process. This resulted in the design being imprinted twice, creating a visible distortion or doubling effect. Double die errors happen when the die is not perfectly aligned, causing the image to appear more than once. On the 2000 penny, this error was particularly noticeable in the letters of Liberty and In God We Trust, which became clearly doubled. So why does this minting error make the 2000 penny so special and so valuable? Well, double die errors are some of the rarest mistakes that can happen during the minting process. When you add the fact that it's from a specific year, 2000, it makes the coin even more desirable to collectors. Coin collectors and numismatists, those who study coins, actively search for these errors. The 2000 double die error penny is one of the most famous of these rare finds, and when one of these coins is found in circulation, it can fetch a jaw-dropping price. The story of the 2000 double die penny begins just like any other penny. It could have been found in a pocket change jar, in a roll of pennies from the bank, or even in a small bowl of loose change. But it wasn't until one eagle-eyed collector noticed the error that the true value of the coin came to light. When this penny was first discovered, it was just another ordinary coin to most people. But upon closer inspection, it became clear that it wasn't just any penny, it was a rare double die error penny that had somehow slipped through the cracks of the US Mint's inspection process. Once the rarity of the coin was confirmed by professional graders and numismatic experts, the 2000 double die penny was put up for auction. And this is where things get really wild. This seemingly ordinary penny, which started as a 1-cent piece, was now valued at a staggering $289 million. The bidding war for the penny was intense. Numismatists, investors, and wealthy collectors all lined up to place their bids, each eager to add this rare gem to their collections. But in the end, an anonymous bidder won the coin for $289 million, setting a new record for the most expensive penny ever sold. So, why would anyone pay $289 million for a single penny? To answer that, we have to understand the nature of coin collecting and the value of rare, error coins, rare coins, especially those with unique minting errors like the 2000 double-die penny, are highly prized. They represent history, rarity, and a mistake that makes them even more valuable. The fact that this particular penny was missed by the mint and ended up in circulation only adds to its appeal. Collectors want a piece of history, and owning a coin with a mistake like this is the ultimate treasure. Coins with these kinds of errors don't just have monetary value, they're highly symbolic. Owning one is like possessing a rare work of art. And because of the limited number of error coins in existence, the value of these pennies continues to skyrocket over time. The sale of the 2000 double-die penny for $289 million sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. It sparked renewed interest in error coins, leading many collectors to scour their coin jars and change for any potential treasures. Other collectors and investors have started looking for other coins with minting errors. As a result, error coins have become a hot commodity in the world of numismatics. The sale of this penny has demonstrated just how much value some rare coins can accumulate, often completely outpacing their original face value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with an interest in rare currency, the 2000 double-die penny serves as a reminder that sometimes, ordinary things can become extraordinary. What started as a simple 1-cent coin became a piece of history worth an unimaginable fortune. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare gems, who knows, you might be holding onto a piece of history worth millions. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Who knows? The next big find could be in your pocket. Imagine you're holding a coin, a simple 1-cent penny. To most of us, a penny is just a penny, right? But what if I told you that a 1997 D penny, with a face value of just 1 cent, could be worth a mind-blowing $384 million? Sounds impossible? Stick around as we uncover the fascinating story behind this extraordinary penny and how it went from ordinary to worth a fortune. First, let's take a closer look at the 1997 D 1-cent coin. Produced by the U.S. Mint at its Denver facility, this penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that was minted from 1959 to 2008. On the front, you'll see the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll find the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, a design that remained unchanged on the penny for nearly 50 years. The 1997 D penny weighs 2.5 grams, made of copper-plated zinc, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. On the surface, it seems like an ordinary coin, nothing special. But just like with many other famous rare coins, the 1997 D penny has a story that makes it much more valuable than its 1-cent face value. To understand why the 1997 D penny is so valuable, we need to take a closer look at how coins are made. Coins are struck using metal dies, special stamps that are pressed onto a blank piece of metal to create the coin's design. In 1997, the U.S. Mint used its usual procedures to strike billions of pennies. But sometimes, during the minting process, something can go wrong. These errors can happen for a variety of reasons, such as a misaligned die, a damaged die, or even a mistake during the design process. The 1997 D penny in question was struck with a very rare and highly sought-after error, a double die error. But what exactly is a double die error, and why does it matter? A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned during the minting process. This causes the design to be imprinted multiple times, resulting in a doubling effect that makes the design appear blurry or doubled. In the case of the 1997 D penny, the double die error affected the lettering on the obverse side, especially the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." When you look at the coin under magnification, you'll see a visible distortion that makes these letters appear blurry or doubled, making it a highly collectible error. Double die errors are rare, but when they occur on coins from specific years or mints, they become even more valuable. The 1997 D double die penny is one of the most famous examples of this error, and it's highly sought after by collectors around the world. So, how was this penny discovered? Well, just like with many rare coins, it wasn't immediately obvious to the average person that this penny was anything special. For years, this penny circulated as just another piece of change. But eventually, an experienced coin collector came across one of these double-die pennies, noticed the unusual doubling effect, and had it professionally examined, after confirming the authenticity of the error. The 1997 D double-die penny was sent off for grading. It was graded by professional numismatists, experts in the field of coin collection, and was given a grade of MS66, meaning it was in nearly perfect condition, further increasing its value. Once it was confirmed as a rare and highly sought-after double-die error coin, the 1997 D penny was put up for auction. As you can imagine, the bidding for such a rare find was intense. What started as a 1-cent coin quickly transformed into a collector's dream. In a shocking turn of events, this penny, with a face value of just 1 cent, was sold for an unbelievable $384 million. Yes, you heard that right, $384 million. This is not just any penny, it's one of the rarest and most valuable coins in existence. Why would anyone pay such an astronomical amount for a single penny? The answer lies in rarity and the value that collectors place on minting errors like this. The 1997 D double-die penny represents a rare mistake in the US mint process, and because so few of them exist, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own such a piece of history. So, why does a penny with a simple error become so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, history, and the world of coin collecting. Coin collectors, or numismatists, are always on the lookout for unique and rare coins. Some are drawn to coins with errors, like the double-die penny, while others may focus on specific years, mint marks, or designs. The 1997 D double-die penny checks all the boxes. It's rare, it's historical, and it represents a mistake that makes it even more valuable. Rare coins have long been a popular investment, and the market for error coins has skyrocketed in recent years. The sale of this 1997 D penny for $384 million is a testament to the growing demand for rare and unique pieces of history. With the sale of this incredible 1997 D double-die penny, the world of coin collecting has changed forever. This rare coin has set a new benchmark for the value of error coins, and it's likely that we'll see even more people searching for rare pennies and other misprinted coins in the future. Will more coins like the 1997 D double-die penny be discovered? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, the value of rare coins will continue to rise, and collectors will keep their eyes peeled for the next big find. To wrap things up, the story of the 1997 D double-die penny reminds us that sometimes, even the most ordinary things can become extraordinary. A penny, worth just 1 cent, can be transformed into a priceless piece of history, valued at a staggering $384 million. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Who knows? The next big treasure might just be hiding in your pocket change.